Yo.
What's poppin'?
Back again with another episode of
Oh,
Brooklyn Boyz Radio.
Yo, my nigga, let me get a chance like to jump in, bro.
You want to jump in? This ain't double dutch.
Yo, you remember when they used to play double dutch?
I remember.
I used to kick the rope all the time. I was one of them kids that always kicked the rope. When the girls be playing, or they be playing jacks, I would kick the jacks.
I remember jacks with the marbles.
The girls I used to like, it used to be like when the two girls and you don't got the other person to turn the rope and they tie it to the fence and they still be jumping double dutch. You remember that back in the day?
I remember all of that. I remember marbles, playing marbles in the dirt.
Dirt Skelly.
Yeah, Skelly, all of that. Good old days.
Good old days, man.
Remember the good old days?
Remember fucking freeze tag? You get caught in there, you try to...
This was before the internet.
Yes, this is where niggas really used to be outside.
This was before it was an accomplishment to go outside.
Now it was really fun to go outside, bro.
Yeah.
I remember we used to I don't know, y'all listen to us all over, but we used to have porches. And we used to jump from porch to porch.
Yeah.
I would
that's how my man had a gate like go through his hand.
I seen my man had something similar through his leg. But I'm saying this because I was driving through East New York, right? And I saw the porches the other day that we used to jump on. I'm like, yo, how did we get across? I would never try that right now. Like, I'm not jumping across.
Why would you? It's so funny because when I used to live on Martens between Bedford and Rogers, and we used to jump out the third floor window for fun. And now when I think about it, it's like,
yo, how did we survive and be? You remember niggas we used to jump on the mattresses off of shit like that. Like, find a dirty mattress. And it was no bed bugs back then.
Bro, we used to do the craziest things, man.
Bugged out, man. We were bugged out little kids, man.
Yo, when I lived on Martins, I used to bring stray dogs home every day.
Yo, you remember? It used to be stray dogs everywhere. First of all, I don't know what happened to the strays, but they used to be everywhere. That and the cats. We used to play flies up and boozies up. You remember that shit? You hit the nigga with the ball while he running.
Suicide.
Suicide. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like we had a lot of good games coming up, man. Like I don't even know little niggas.
Handball, Chinese handball.
With the squares?
Yeah.
That was crazy. I remember that Chinese handball joint, B. Yeah. It was always weird niggas playing handball though. I was like a bunch of Puerto Ricans.
Puerto Ricans used to play handball. Man, they were the nicest.
And it would be like one weird black nigga with the skinny skateboard, like the banana skateboard.
Who used to style his hair all crazy.
It was like the cool Puerto Rican. It was like the weird Puerto Rican nigga over there with the mad chains on his fucking pants or some shit like that.
But you know what's crazy? I grew up on the block, like I was telling y'all earlier, with Puerto Ricans, Panamanians, Dominicans. So the Puerto Ricans on my block were black. Like there was no difference between the two.
See, I'm glad you went to that subject, but before you go there, because it's a great segue into what I want about to say. So I want to bring up, I want to say there's still weird people playing handball. It was Suave live at. When I picked Suave up, there's a group of niggas, I promise you, they came out of a, they got to be slow or something. Oh, they really slow? Oh, see, I'm sorry.
Yo, I didn't know.
Wow. I'll be like,
guy here, bro.
Yo, I didn't know. Sorry, man.
Yo, what type of savage are you, bro?
Yo, bro, real talk, because every time I go over there, I'll be like, yo, it's always weird people playing handball.
What?
Right?
And you still calling them weird?
No, listen. No, I said weird people playing handball. So when I go past where he live at, I want to say who Suave at, I always see these weird people playing handball. And I'll be like, yo, Suave, why do all these people look weird? I said, yo, they've been like this since I was a kid. But I didn't know they was like really, okay, cool, my bad. I apologize, people. It's funny still a little bit, but I apologize because I didn't know they was that. I just thought it was like, damn, always a weird person playing handball.
And you still calling them weird?
Bro, I'm talking about... Oh, so the rest of so it's a good 8 of them out there. All right, cool. So I'm cool. All right, so I don't feel that bad. Only 2 kind of. But I don't know what happened to the other 6, man. There be some weird people out there. I be like, what's going on, Swab? What is this? I ain't stopped to get out the car. Look, I just know the movements was off a little bit, and the hairstyles was different, and the clothes were different. It was just different over there. I didn't know what was happening. But I'm not offending nobody because nobody know where Swab live at, so they can't know I'm talking about them. Yo, why you trying to make me feel bad for something that I'm not intentionally doing? I thought it was like back in the days, bro.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing.
Oh, man. Everybody get canceled for any little thing. You better chill out, Mo.
Listen, bro.
You better chill out.
I'm going to just sit here and drink my water.
Shout out to Woodstack.
Shout out to Wood Stacey.
Yo, so you said, you just made a comment. You said, yo, your Panamanian friends, they were.
Panamanian, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. Yo, what up, Flacco? What up, Puerto Rican Anthony? You know what I'm saying? All my dudes from the block. R.I.P. to my brother, Chael, Woods, whatever you want to call him.
Yo, you got too many dead niggas, B.
Yeah, but that was my Dominican man, right? And let me give y'all a little background on me and Chael, right? So Chael was my dude since we was like young, since we was kids, right? So Chael was Dominican, you know, and I was Haitian, but Chael was like my brother. That was like my ride or die.
That's crazy, because if y'all was on the island, y'all be killing each other. But go ahead.
Nah, never that. Because I'm gonna tell you this. Even when like Chael Chael's dead now. So Chael ended up getting into a shootout with the police or whatever, and he ended up doing like 15 years.
This dude always got a war story, but
Right.
ahead, bro.
So when he did 15 years, Chael was blood. My cousin Rob ended up doing 12 to life. He was Crip, and they both were in Clinton, right? And anybody know Clinton, they weren't in the main, they were in the annex where it was popping. You know what I'm saying? So, but even though Chael was blood and Rob was Crip, it was like, nah, bro. When it come to my man, like this is family. Like that's off limits. You get where I'm coming
I always
from?
thought
So
East Coast and West Coast Bloods and Crips is totally different, because out here, it still go back down to your friendship.
it go to family first.
Yeah,
It go to family first. But the crazy thing is, like I said, Chael was my brother, right? And Chael was on the run for something else at the time. Man, Chael lived in my crib for like a year and a half because he was hiding out. He was on the run. I was harboring a fugitive.
If you ever need a place to hide out and you want to run, you can go to Moe crib.
No.
Go to Moe crib.
As a matter of fact, it's so crazy because I incorporated that in the movie I just wrote, The Old Brooklyn.
Okay, yeah, you can go to Moe crib. He tried to put a fugitive in my crib too, but we ain't gonna talk about that. So he frequents this type of behavior. But anyway, the point I want to
and that was over 30 years ago, so that's way beyond the statute of limitations. So leave me alone.
They change the rules every day. You might get caught up. So anyway, anyways, but what I was saying was so funny. I saw a clip of Jocelyn Hernandez on the Breakfast Club this week, and she was talking about big black pussy. That's what she was calling it.
Big black. She came out of big black pussy.
She said she came out of a big black pussy, and I was so happy to hear herself call herself black. She said, "I'm not an Afro-Latina. I don't have an afro. I'm black. And when I walk into places, they receive me and look at me as a black woman." And I was happy to hear her say that, because, in New York, especially where I'm from, we got a lot of Dominicans here. We got a lot of Puerto Ricans. And, a lot of times, sometimes I'd be arguing with cats and be like, "Yo, you black." Some guys be the same complexion as me and be like, "No, I'm Dominican." No, Dominican Republic is where you from. Your race and your ethnicity, say the word, ethnicity is what you are, like your like what color you are. I guess the color you identify as, but you're black, your heritage, right? So it was funny to hear her say that. It was good to hear her say that. And then I read the comments, and a lot of Spanish people was in the comments like, "Yeah, nah, we black. So, and I say that because even though my mother and father is Jamaican, my mother's father is from Cuba. My grandfather speaks fully Spanish, but he's my complexion. And it was funny growing up, because my mom used to tell me, my great grandmother, which I never met, that she didn't really like his black kids because they were black and he had them with a black woman.
Yeah, a lot of that colorism.
So it was like a lot of colorism, and they was all the same complexion, like we all the same complexion almost, like maybe different shades of dark skin, but they didn't accept my mom and them because they came from a black woman from Jamaica. But had it been a black dark-skinned woman from Cuba, and what's last thing I say is even more funny, because they would accept the dark-skinned woman from Cuba, but a light-skinned woman from Cuba won't accept the dark-skinned. It just bogged out.
I think the easiest way to explain it is this: you could be from Spain, you could be from France, you could be from Russia, you could be from Australia, you could be from England. You're white. It doesn't matter.
No matter where you
And it's the same way you could be from DR, you could be from PR, you could be from
Mexico.
You're black.
You're black.
Like, that's the reality of
Oh,
the
look at my
situation.
nigga. Yeah, we haven't heard nobody sleep on the show in a while, so Z
What's
is back.
good, my
if
G?
you hear a couple of snores in the background, his wife has let him out his cage. He's been locked down. She stole his car, so he was fucking mad other bitches, and he had to stay in the crib for a couple of weeks. But I guess she put the chastity belt on him. She let him back outside.
And shout out to my dude Kenny G, man.
What up,
Who's doing the
Z's?
Newark International Film Festival right
Oh
now.
yeah,
We just
shout
went
out
to
to
the
Kenny.
gala event. You know, real nice event. Nice things going on. I
Yeah,
mean,
Kenny's a good dude, man. They got one of the biggest studios on the East Coast, living studios on the East Coast. I think it's like 80,000 square feet.
Ironbound Studios.
Ironbound Studios out in Newark, New Jersey. So big up to Kenny, man. Kenny always look out for us. You know what I mean? Always make sure we good.
Even though Kenny be bullshitting sometimes too, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
That's my man, son.
That's my man, though.
That's my man. Shout out to Kenny. It was a lovely event. We went out and all the black people had on suits and gowns, and it was really lovely event. And I got to see that guy. We got to see what's his name, Major, perform.
What's Major?
The guy that was singing. And you remember I told you that was a song that you liked. What's the song he sung? Oh man, I don't know what he sung, but look up Major's 2 records, somebody.
Who's Major?
The guy that performed.
Major Hype?
Wow, you gonna disrespect Kenny shit like that?
No, I'm not. I'm really trying to understand. Major.
He sung the gentleman that sung on stage, and I turned to you. I said, "Yo, this is a song you would love." And you was like, "No, I know the song."
I don't remember.
This is what happened when he drinks. But
I wasn't drinking like that. But no, seriously.
Suave. Nobody gonna look up the fucking song.
If I type in Major songs, that's not a good search.
His name is Major. He was on Ellen's show.
Type in
Major.
Yeah.
Major.
Damn, I want to give him props because
What kind of music is it?
it's like neo soul R&B. Like it was really good. Like the brother could really sing. He sound like the records. That's why I'm trying to big him up. He really sound like his records. He got 2 songs. He got a new song that's out that I really.
Baby, Will You Love Me? That song?
How it go?
Trying to get you to sing it, Swab.
Sing that shit, Swab. His new song is dope too. Fuck. Look, y'all look up Major, the R&B singer.
Major the R&B.
Man, listen, he was very good. I just enjoyed the brother.
Okay, shout out to Major.
Shout out to Major, man. He was good at Kenny Film Festival, man. He was good.
The Newark International Film Festival.
And sorry, Major, for fucking your shit up, but hopefully they look you up.
Styles fucked your shit up, bro.
Baby, baby, love me, ever, forever, and always.
I don't know that song.
Small, play that shit. Well, they're gonna play a little bit of it when you see this shit, but don't worry about it. Yeah, shout out to that nigga. He was good, bro.
Okay.
He was good. I didn't know he was that good.
Major, you were good.
I went back home and played a couple of his records. He had another record too, but it's all good. So yeah, that was cool. But shout out to all the Spanish people that know they black. That's from Dominican Republic, from
And shout out to
Puerto
all the
Rico,
black people that know they Spanish.
from Cuba. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them, man. And black women. I don't ever see it too much, but black women and Spanish women are black women. We all black beings. So it's all good.
I don't know if they believe that.
Yeah, but we separate ourselves because sometimes
We do,
light skin
for no
girls separate
reasons.
themselves from dark skin
From
girls. Dark
dark-skinned
skin girls
girls.
separate.
Man, I just love all my people, man.
Me too. I love that we come in all shades, color, sizes.
I love
and
everybody. I
attitudes,
love all human beings
smiling.
on this planet.
Yeah.
Whether you black, Spanish, white, red, green, blue, I really don't care.
I love it. I love it. Well, in sad news, in hip hop news, I guess, I seen Tax Home. They sentenced him to 30 years, even though he sent the message
35
out.
years.
35. He sent a message out today saying he ain't doing no 35 years. So I don't know what the deal is, but
What do you think about that?
maybe he feel like he's gonna do half the time. I don't
No,
know.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what do you think about him getting 35 years?
I don't know, man.
I mean, I just
Listen, I don't want nobody to go to jail, but I understand, when somebody's life is taken and people are shot and shit happens. So, but it's crazy because if my brother was taken in that, God forbid, right? I would want that person to be under the jail or something else. You know what I mean?
But
so I understand. The reason why I think I have for Tax Tone, we don't know him. We met.
yeah, we met him a week
back-
before.
a week before when he told us he ain't never going back to jail.
Mhm.
And Tax, he come from East New York, or some people might call it Star City, but he come from East New York, and so to see a person come from somewhere you come from, and was on the verge of changing the trajectory where he's going. Because he was probably, I won't say he was the pioneer of the podcast.
He wasn't a
but
pioneer, but
he was
he
one
was
of the
yeah,
first people, black dudes out there, young dudes getting
taking advantage of
the
that
podcast
space.
of the space. So that I feel sorry for, but I also feel sorry for the brother that lost his life. I feel sorry for the whole incident. You know what I mean? Young lady got shot in that incident. That was an innocent bystander. So it's a lot going on there. But I think it's a sad day when we got to go to jail for this type of time and shit for certain shit. So what I mean, I don't really know how to feel.
I
about
mean, what I'd like to say is this, man. Those of us that are close to people who have something to lose, same people that's sitting there saying free such and such, had the balls to tell your people not to do dumb shit. Um, and all I'm saying is, Tax had a lot to lose. You understand? And Tax was a felon, and allegedly he brought a gun into the venue, and the same guy that he said was not a threat, right? That the whole beef with Troy Ave is, Troy Ave is fronting and blah 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 and this and this. It was still taking a measure to the extreme, which to me was kind of unnecessary. And as much as it's sad, like I wouldn't want nobody to have to serve 35 years in jail. But the truth is, people have to be held accountable and they have to pay consequences for the things that they do. Somebody lost their life, a firearm was discharged in the venue recklessly with a whole bunch of people. Anybody could have been hurt, anybody could have caught a stray. And he said he was defending himself, which I do understand, but in the same breath, it still doesn't change the fact that he was a felon that was carrying an unlicensed firearm. And I just think that hip hop needs to grow up, man, because I feel like we don't hold people accountable. Like people can do the most horrible shit, and I get it that we love these people, right? And we're like free such and such, free such and such. Even if the person's a mass murderer, we're like free such and such, But that same love that you have for that person to say free them, where's that love when they're out there doing the bullshit that's gonna cost them their freedom for you to say, yo, chill out?
Yeah, that's a great point.
For you to give them the better bit of advice.
No, that's a great point, man. Like I said, it's a sad thing because two people lost their life in that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tax and the gentleman
it's sad.
Banger, right?
Yeah, Banger.
Banger and Banger lost his life in that situation. So in that one incident. So listen, everybody that's watching this, when you make that decision to pull that trigger, just remember you have the ability to fuck up your own life and destroy another family's life or take somebody else's life away. So
Yeah.
we got to make better decisions. And that's all I got to say on that. And other news, with I seen Casanova got into something in jail too. And that's another, Casanova to me, he was on his way up, you know what I'm saying? From coming from the circumstances he came from, and coming out of jail and persevering,
pushing through, putting in the effort, putting in the effort.
The boy got to go to Africa.
So many people put in effort and work, but he actually started beginning to see the results from his effort and work. And once again, throwing all of that away, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure that nowhere in his mind did he think that these would be the consequences. And a lot of times, believe it or not, unfortunately, when it comes to the audience, which is our demographic, you're rewarded more for taking on this negative image than you are for taking on a positive image. Yeah. But I mean, that's not always the case, because we've seen Kanye West do his thing, we've seen J. Cole, we've seen Kendrick Lamar, so it is a possibility, but it's a lot easier to get the attention from embracing the negative lifestyle, but we need to understand that at the same time, when you're doing this, there are consequences that come with that. You're basically rolling the dice once again, man, and it can end up not in your favor, and unfortunately, that's the end of the stick that Casanova ended up on.
Yeah, and he got cut in his face in jail. They saying that he got cut in his face out while he's serving some of his sentence in New Jersey in the incident. So, I hope Casanova's cool and he heal up from his wounds and all that, and he keep fighting his case. You know what I'm saying? I think they're supposed to be sentencing him.
Well, they ain't no fighting the case, because I mean he already he copped out.
Copped out, right?
He
took
a plea.
Hopefully the judge don't, because I think they was offering him up to 75 years.
Up to 60.
60, okay.
It's minimum. I think it's a minimum of 10 up to 60 years. You know, so
So-
hopefully the judge has some type of leniency.
You see, you know what I mean?
but still in all,
Yeah, it's crazy.
it ain't
when,
worth it.
when we put, you know, sometimes you put these people, our life in their hand to give
Oh,
us
we-
this type of time. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't. For all Casanova was in there for from some of the reports I was reading. They say like drug charges. They say he disarmed a firearm. I don't think nobody was shot in the incident. Um, and you know, being affiliated, gang affiliated, and stuff like that. And it's so funny, and I tell people this shit all the time, man. And this is what I want to give y'all young boys. I see a lot of young boys. A couple old cats do it, but I see a lot of young boys do it. When y'all out this summer at them basketball games, you're out this summer in summer school, wherever you're at, in front of your building, and you walking up to your man, and you give him that sign that you do with your fingers and hands,
that gang sign.
gang sign shit. What happens is, yo, the boys are outside
Pictures
just
are being
taking
taken.
taking pictures, b, all day long. You on camera all fucking day long. So when you on that camera,
You're part of an organization.
now you part of the organization, and whether you was minute in the organization, this petty in the organization,
You
know,
become
listen,
swept up in that
or,
indictment.
or this high, you was this high up in the organization, you getting an ass full of time, b.
You getting swept up in that indictment.
And you get and they gonna throw 60 years, 25 years in a RICO case on you because you was doing a handshake and you was seen to be affiliated with gang associate members. And I'm not saying that don't be a part of the gang, be a part of the gang. I'm not even getting that deep into it. But y'all gotta start using this, B, when you outside, when you on that phone, when you on that phone, when you on that Instagram. Real quick segue into this, because now we just seen Boosie get caught.
Oh yeah, because he had the gun.
He had the gun on Instagram Live in his back.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even have the gun brandished. Like it was like just showing.
It was kind of brandish because his shirt was. I'm not saying he did it purposely because sometimes I know that.
When I
when the
meant
gun is
brandishing,
tech-
I mean like he didn't have it in his hand.
Yeah.
He had it in his back, right? And to me, I could understand why a person like Boosie, if he's in a public place, a hood or somewhere, and he you know got his jewelry on, he a public figure, and he might want to feel safer, you know, taking care of his own life. You know what I mean? He might have bodyguards, but he might feel safer, you know, protecting himself.
But you're a felon, bro.
I hear what you're saying, Mo, but we gotta, it's something that gotta be done too, I think, when people change their life over, and now you outside and you making millions of dollars. I don't know, man. I want to have my life in my own hand, bro.
I understand, but I'm gonna tell you this.
But hold up, before we get to that,
Mm-hmm.
I want to get off the thing. I gotta remember, we constantly taping ourselves with this thing right here, every day, constantly doing it. Y'all gotta be mindful. You taping yourself. The cameras outside. It's cameras where we at right now in the store. They're here. It's taping 24/7, 7 days a week. Police is just. My boy went to jail on conspiracy charge. You know who I'm talking about, because he had a bag in his hand that somebody said it had drugs in it. They never got the bag.
Yeah. The word is enough.
But he was around drug dealers, and he had the bag. And that was enough to put him away. So just be careful and mindful when you giving daps and you throwing up gang signs outside. Somebody's taking pictures, B. You're going to get caught up in the sweep. Just be mindful. But go ahead. Sorry.
I'm going to just put it in layman's terms. The easiest way to get through to y'all, stop playing with these people. Stop playing with these people, because the truth is, they going to bury you alive and feel absolutely no way about it. That's the reality of the situation. You understand what I'm saying? So, look, I get it. I honestly, since the entire gang culture came to New York, I don't understand the benefit of it. I don't see the purpose of it whatsoever. It's not even our culture. We adopted a culture that's from the West Coast that has absolutely nothing to do with us, that has brought us nothing positive whatsoever to the East Coast. I don't get it. I don't. But I'm not knocking nobody for it. But all I'm going to say is stop playing with these people, because they will bury you alive and feel absolutely no way about it.
They would sleep on a pillow at night.
Exactly.
Not even thinking about you, bro.
And not give a damn.
Not give a
and not
damn.
give a damn.
I was watching this thing the other day with these judges that was putting niggas, they was trying to find a judge to, like, I guess go back through somebody's case. Nigga didn't even remember the motherfucker. Like, who? Like, what? And he gave a nigga 100 years. Like, what you mean you don't remember a nigga you gave 100 years to? This is who you leaving your life in their hands. Like, he like, who? What case? What? Like,
bro, it's just what they do in the course of their 9 to 5. Bro, you gotta understand, when they clock out, they leave that shit. Well, bro, they go home. They don't care about that.
Yeah.
You know, they're not even looking at you. You're literally like, you see somebody who files paperwork in the office. You're just another application that they filling out, bro. You're just another resume that they're looking over. You're just another demo that they listening to that they throwing in the pile in the goddamn corner.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Yeah. Stop playing with these people. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all.
Stop
Stop
playing with
Stop playing
these
with these people,
people.
man. Stop playing. On other suicide watch, we have suicide watch news. Scottie Pippen
Oh, this guy crazy.
should be should be on suicide watch. His ex-wife that's dealing with his
Larsa Pippen.
ex colleague in basketball, who's Michael Jordan's son, and she just said she
His
would,
arch nemesis. His arch nemesis.
and she just said she would have a baby for the son, for Michael Jordan's son. She's getting half of his Chicago Bulls
Pension.
retirement. Yeah, so yeah, what a kick in the ass, bro. What a kick in the ass. But you know what I thought was funny? Scottie Pippen got to give half of his time, and I'm not telling nobody should give no money. But what's her name? The twins, the black twins,
Who?
Tia and Tamara.
Oh, Tia Murray. Oh, she ain't got to give up nothing.
She
To Corey Hardwick.
She ain't got to give nothing to the
Corey Hardwick.
I say, boy, it's hard out here being a man, bro. This nigga got to give half of his retirement.
Mary had to give up some bread, right? She had to pay alimony.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how I feel about.
How do you? I was about to say, how do you feel about a man taking alimony?
I don't know, bro.
Okay, now I'm not gonna say no names, but my boy is going through a divorce, right? His wife actually initiated the divorce.
Mm-hmm.
But the crazy thing is, you know, I guess she felt that she had the female privilege, right? So she initiated divorce, and she basically went after him for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, unfortunately for her, she makes more than him, right? And he ended up getting primary custody of the children, ended up getting alimony and child support from her.
Wow.
Right? And now on her phone, she has him labeled gold digger. How do you feel about that?
Listen, bro. As a man, I feel like I go outside and go get my own bread. My ego, I just think we different than women. My ego, my pride ain't gonna let me be like, I mean, I ain't fighting for that bread. Like, you know what I'm saying? I go get it myself. But I do understand if you're dealing with a woman in your lifestyle, just like they would say in a woman's case, dealing with a man, your lifestyle has been y'all spend $100,000 a month. You know what I'm saying?
But question.
Mm-hmm.
Although she made more, he took care of the mortgage the entire marriage. He took care of the bills the entire marriage. This is what you have to also think about. And when she filed for divorce, she was trying to get everything she was basically trying to bankrupt him. And his lawyer, once his attorney realized, like, wait, she makes more than you. You can actually, you know, I'm not a vindictive person, but in the same breath, he has primary custody of the children as well.
So yeah, listen, man. I guess all is fair in love and war. Listen. I guess what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Yeah, I don't know if I was Scottie Pippen, I'd be crazy. I'll tell you that. Or the Scottie Pippen tip, but if I had a woman who's making more than me, I don't think it had to be a drawn out fight. I think we could come to some type of agreement offline. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what if she wasn't trying to listen? What if she filed and she was literally trying to come after you for everything?
Then I might want to be a little bit, you know, I might be a little petty and go back at, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know, it's so crazy. Me being a guy make me feel one way, but then society plays, you know, oh, you a bitch ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how you know what I mean?
I mean,
do you care?
Me personally, society doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
You know, right is right and wrong is wrong. I'm not ever the person that's looking for anybody to do anything for me. But in the same breath, if I have custody of the children, then why shouldn't you pay child support?
Oh, no, 100%. 100%. But I've seen people who got custody of the children and still got to pay alimony to somebody else. They just don't have to pay child support.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If I have custody of the kids, if I have primary custody of the kids, and you make more than me, then automatically you're gonna have to pay alimony. And you initiated the divorce, so that's not on him.
But on what cause? On what grounds? Did he cheat? Did he?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, good luck to them. And,
Good luck to them.
Good luck to them. Scottie Pippen, hold your head up, man. Get counseling. We don't want to see you jump off your nose.
Suicide watch.
He might jump off the bridge of his nose. That's
Oh,
a
here you
far
go
stretch.
making fun of a man suicide. Like, come on, bro.
I think Scottie Pippen's strong enough to hold it. He gonna hide the money in Africa somewhere. He gonna hide it. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't Cardi say Tasha K is hiding her money in Africa and she knows?
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's my wise. Yo, big up the C note. He just came in here. He pussy too, but you know it's all good.
Yo, Tino, what up?
Big up the C. Big up the C note. You know what I'm saying?
Formerly known as Cino.
You said you formerly know. What you change your name to?
No, Cino, formerly known as Cino. Cino.
Oh, C note. I always thought this nigga name was C note.
No,
I knew you was broke. See, I knew you was broke, right? So it didn't make sense to me. I'm like, yo, why we keep calling this nigga C note and he never got no money? You know what I'm saying? But okay, C note, all right. See, yo, you know we've been around this nigga for almost like a year, so he had this nigga name right yet. I done been to this nigga crib and we call him, and I was calling him
I don't
C
trust
Lo.
no dude that I don't know where he lives.
Yo, he live in Flatbush, man. He easy to get to. Don't worry about it. I show you the
Seriously.
building. Fuck this
No,
nigga.
because I've learned that through experience, bro. I've had dudes that were around me forever that nobody knew where they lived. And then they always the dudes that end up doing some grimy shit and disappearing, bro.
I don't know what niggas do for a living. Like Sean. We don't know what Sean fucking do.
Bro,
what the fuck Sean does?
We grow up in neighborhoods where you never do
Yo,
anything.
Sean never. He always got money. He always got to do. What the fuck do you do, Sean? What do you do? I don't know.
He's black. He's black for a living,
The
bro.
nigga's Tommy for bars.
He's
man.
black for a living. That's
Nigga's
what,
Tommy for
that's
bars.
how black people
Hold on,
are.
my baby's calling me. Let's see what she want. I'm recording.
Are you recording today?
Yes, I'm recording right now.
Okay, forget it. Bye.
Bye. That's my daughter. I don't know what she wanted.
I don't know what Sydney's voice sound like.
Oh, I was letting the audience know.
Happy Father's Day, by the way.
Oh, happy Father's Day to you too, man. Happy Father's Day.
What'd you do for Father's Day?
I sat on the porch, man.
You know what I got for Father's Day, which was dope?
What?
I got this crystal decanter that has my last name engraved in it in 2023, and I got these matching crystal glasses that have my initials on them, and then I got another glass that says Daddy Sippy Cup. And I got a whole.
That shit sound whack, bro.
And I got you a hater. And I got
Because mothers would get a mint coat.
I got like a whole kit of like Scotch Porter beer products.
Okay.
You know, a whole package of, and I got some real thoughtful gifts too. My daughter got me a book about creative writing spiritually, which was dope. I'm looking forward to reading that. And I also got a book about creating character arcs, better storytelling, and I got another book about overcoming writer's block, which were very, very thoughtful gifts. And I got this really dope pen and a really, really nice notebook to write in. Thank you to the people that love me.
That was nice. That was very thoughtful.
Yeah.
I didn't get anything. Only because I didn't want anything. My daughter got me a watch. She said she's giving it to me. We just haven't bumped heads to get it. She got me a watch that I wanted. But she tried to take me out to like some fancy restaurant. And I told her, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I just wanted all the kids, like my brother kids, my cousin's kids, they all just came to the house and we barbecued. And we was outside from like 4 in the afternoon to 3 in the morning. So I'm more like, my best times is when I'm around family and friends.
Of course.
So that's why I wanted to do. I didn't want to go to the crowded restaurant and do no shit like that.
Yeah.
And I got a bunch of texts and, you know, my daughter mother, she got me something, but she went to Jamaica and I didn't see her since they've been back. So, you know, I don't know what else I got, but me, it was just fun spending time with everybody.
Yeah, don't shit on my gifts, bro.
And everybody not ripping and running.
Don't shit on my gifts.
I wasn't shitting on your gifts, bro. I'm
No,
saying,
because you trying to make it seem like I'm a gold digger. Like, come on, bro.
you like your men. They say birds of a feather flock together. You like your fucking man. Yo, people got to watch out.
Did you
real
go
quick.
to Chick-fil-A? Because they were feeding fathers free
Definitely,
on Sunday.
Chick-fil-A was definitely not open on those Sunday, but you know that shit was funny. Everybody talking about go to Chick-fil-A, Father's Day. Yeah, right. But I want y'all to watch out. There's scammers alone. We work with a couple of scammers, so we've been up on these things.
Wow.
Like my man is a scammer, Suave.
Yo, this guy's crazy. Snitch
Sometimes-
time with style.
Sometimes like I pay Suave, right? And I be like, Suave, here go my Cash App. And I be like, yo, he always got a different number. Like Suave always got some different.
Yo, bro, you're saying way too much
Fuck that
information.
nigga. Because he be robbing me, son. And then I tell him, I'm like, yo, Suave, what I got to give you? And then I go back. He had a couple of dollars to his shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's what Suave would do to you. I don't even fuck with E Legendary that way. Because I already know he taking my EBT and everything. That nigga, I ain't even fucking with him. But yeah, them niggas is different. And they like, you know, the Three Stooges over there. See, you know, this came in, whatever his name is, I don't even know what the nigga name is. They will rob you. But I was watching this shit called the Water Boys. So you know the dudes, the little kids that come up be selling you water and shit? So a lot of people now, what they do is like, yo, give me your Cash App. I take Cash App, you know what I'm saying? So they be giving the little kids their phone to put their Cash App because they be like, yo, my name is Little Rail or Little John. She's like, yo, the person be like, I can't find it. He's like, let me do it. And then they send themselves $400 and like walk off. So be careful who you give your phone to when you're giving your Cash App and your Zelle. Make sure you do it yourself because you will get got out here, B.
Crazy. It's a good hustle. I might try it.
Yo, Suave catch niggas every week, son. Every week he catch one of us, son. I'm just telling you. So, yeah, you got to watch out
Yo,
for...
Lil Rel, chill out.
Watch out. On other news, so I keep seeing this fucking submarine. I'm about to say subway.
We all
Must
live
be
in
hungry.
the yellow submarine. The yellow submarine.
Yeah, so
Yellow
the submarine, it was submarine that disappeared. I think earlier today, they said that they ran out of air and those people are now deceased. I think they said 2 billionaires in there. It was 5 people total in there. The submarine was, the trip was $250,000 to go all the way down 15,000 feet
2.5 miles
down into the ocean
to see the Titanic.
to see the wreck of the Titanic.
I saw the movie already.
I don't know why you want to do that. As a billionaire, they must be bored as shit. So they went down there, and the guy that made the shit, I guess he didn't have no real.
But he was driving it with a $30 joystick.
The joystick remote, and a lot of the parts was like from like a Home Depot type of store, you know. But I think he did it before, and it was working.
What does that mean, bro? Yo, bro, you know even a broken clock is right twice a day. It's like,
but it's not funny, right? Because somebody pops, even though
that's also somebody's stepfather.
Yeah, even though
he found it funny.
He was at a concert.
At the Blink 82 concert.
Y'all niggas can't find me. My daughter be somewhere crying, praying for me somewhere, hoping daddy come home, bro. God forbid.
He was going back and forth with Cardi B too, because Cardi B called him out on it.
Oh, word? Yeah. Oh, yeah. She probably went in on him. You know her. So, yeah. So you know, they seem to be dead. Some people are saying they not.
Said they seem to be dead. You want
some people.
You want to give them a shout out because you love shouting out dead people.
Shout out to them. But no, the reason why is because some people are saying that it could be a conspiracy, like them niggas that disappeared, or they probably trying to get rid of, you know.
I think so.
Run away from their family.
I don't think it's because now they talking about the sub imploded and there isn't going to be no trace of the bodies and that's just.
I don't know what's going on, but and then they said they heard knocking. Suave, can you do me a favor? You can bend one of those cameras over here real quick. Fuck it. I don't know if you can move one of them cameras. I seen a little piece of paper up here, B. Maybe I got a little piece of paper. Because I want to show y'all the floor. Suave, give me a piece of paper, a little piece of paper. Anybody, just give me a little piece of paper. I just need a little corner piece of paper. Because see like this. And I want you to just show them this floor, Suave. Because this is what this shit look like. And but I couldn't understand, Mo. This is what they was looking for. You see the size? Y'all see the size of this floor, right? So make believe this whole floor is the ocean. This whole entire floor over
the
here.
Entire store.
Whole entire store is the ocean. This is what they was looking for, bro. And do me a favor, just go dark when you show that.
I think it's.
But go dark.
I think it's more like this parking lot, bro.
Okay, that's.
I think it's more like the store and the shopping center.
And just go black, cause just turn off the light.
Because it's 2.5 miles.
Where they finding that at?
So. Yeah,
Where they was finding that at?
There's absolutely no light down there.
Where they was finding that? And all they was doing is this. This is what they said they was hearing. Where you finding that, Suave? I just want to know, but you know, I hope they. I don't know. And the ticker was, look at this, how the submarine was built.
The submachine.
Submachine, yeah. The submarine was built. They said even if it had came to the top, because it had sandbags on it. So what they do is, if you put sand in the water and in bags, after a while the sand would just dissipate. So it'd bring the submarine back up because it'd be too light to stay down there. It just rise by itself. So even if the sand, even if it came back up to the top, if it didn't, because they didn't know if it got stuck, it imploded. Even if it came back up to the top, the amount of air they was looking for it in the ocean.
But first of all,
Hold up, they was looking for it in the ocean. It's only one way in. You only can open it from the outside. So even if they was looking for it in the ocean, they was just stranded in a body of water somewhere on top of the ocean, they still would have ran out of air. They can't get out from the inside.
yeah, because the amount of pressure, bro, 2.5 miles under the surface of the water, the amount of pressure that's down there, because once they run out of oxygen in there, I can understand, like, chemistry-wise, why it would implode
Yeah, but I'm talking about past implosion. Even if it made it back to the top,
to the surface.
to the surface, they said they couldn't
Open it.
open it from the inside. So you just waiting in the canister for somebody
It's gonna
to
get
come
hot
through.
in there.
Hot, and then below is freezing temperatures.
What I saw as far as the imploding, they said that the temperature would reach like the temperature of the sun inside before it explodes, which is just weird. It would implode then disintegrate.
Yeah, that's just that was like
Hell of a way to die.
that was foolery. I don't know why would you want to go down there. At least it's something and it had no GPS on it. Like,
I don't that bro. None of that makes sense.
none of
man.
it makes sense to me.
And
But
it just came out of nowhere because we've never heard of these submarine tours of the Titanic, the billionaires be taking. You've never heard of this. All of a sudden, out of nowhere.
I don't know, bro.
It's just weird.
It's just white people. White people do crazy stuff though, because that's white people. Black.
White people do the darndest thing.
Let me tell you, black person would have never been caught in that submarine, bro. Black person would have never been caught in that submarine. But condolences to their family and if they truly are dead and they truly.
You know, my daughter sang "We All Live in the Yellow Submarine" at her kindergarten
Oh my
graduation.
God, here we go.
I still remember that. My daughter had the solo. Paige, what up?
R.I.P. to them niggas if they really passed away.
None of them were black.
R.I.P. to them crackers if they passed away.
Styles is getting brave. Usually he's telling me to chill.
Yeah, cause that was stupidity, bro. On the highest form. Like I don't even understand that. On the highest form. Shout out to the Bronx real quick, B.
Sketches,
Shout out to the Bronx, B.
lugs.
Because I saw the illest thing in the world. I see Scarlett was saying that she liked to eat cornstarch and Ajax on a bar of soap. She likes the taste of it. And it's crazy because I only seen, when I was growing up, I seen people eat cornstarch.
Yeah, I don't know about Ajax.
But I only
soap.
seen crackheads do shit like that.
Nah,
bro.
Haitians used to eat
Well,
cornstarch
guess
straight
what,
out the
man?
box
Y'all-
too.
Yeah, Haitians, they probably come from the Bronx.
I used to watch that show,
Bronx come from
My
Haiti.
Strange Addiction, on Lifetime, and it was people that would eat like drywall, that would eat the foam from the mattress, that would eat foam out the Pampers. People that used to have just weird habits of eating like weird things.
Yeah, bro.
You know, cornstarch isn't weird to me. Ajax, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, bro.
Yeah, Ajax is kind of crazy. And soap. Wait, I think I used to eat soap when I was a kid.
All right, on other news, bro. We're gonna go somewhere else. We just talked about Scottie Pippen. Michael Jordan just made some more money. He just sold the Charlotte Hornets. First of all, he bought the Charlotte Hornets for 180 mil, and he just sold it for $3 billion.
$3 billion.
That's a come up. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
So shout out to Michael Jordan.
Scottie Pippen is punching the air like Cuba Gooden in Boys in
Yo,
the Hood.
don't
right
jump
now.
off the tip of your nose, Scotty. Don't jump. Don't do it, bro. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, bro. Yeah, I was talking about that. Look, this nigga brought up the Pusha T shit and Jim Jones.
I agree with Jim Jones though. I never understood how Pusha T became like this.
Nah, Pusha T's nice, bro.
Bruh, but what did Pusha T do to become this?
I do agree.
I just don't get it. And I never thought Pusha T was that nice, bro.
Nah, he's
Never
nice.
did.
You know,
Never did.
You just don't. Then you didn't
Bruh,
listen
in
to enough rap.
1996, Pusha T would be average at most.
No, definitely not.
Bruh,
but he was
Pusha T is not holding up no weight on no crew tape. He's average.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I highly disagree with you. He's highly skilled. Highly skilled.
I don't know.
He's highly skilled.
I don't know.
And he's proven it time and
I
time
don't
again.
know.
And he
I'm
came
not
at a lot of
saying I never
came
said
at a few
I
niggas'
never
heads
said
already.
Pusha T was whack. I never said Pusha T was whack. I just don't think that he's.
I don't think Pusha
it.
T. Well, I can't say the music don't resonate because when they was doing the clips, they was popping for a minute, right? Him and his brother Malice, they was popping for a minute, and the reason why they kept continuing and the reason why he had chances to write for so many people and Kanye and all these people and be good music because he was always known as a lyricist. His peers always respected him.
I don't get it.
Now him being top 50, I can see why Jim Jones may say, "Yo, he's not on my top 50 list." But I did think it was.
I think Pusha T's better than Jim Jones lyrically.
Yes,
but I don't think that he's.
I knew it was gonna be
on that echelon.
problematic when Jim Jones started talking about it, right? And I don't think that's a. I think it's good for two reasons. Jim's name get to be mentioned, and Pusha T go out there and take the bait and mention him and make him more relevant. But also, Pusha kind of light tapped him. If Jim come back and say something, I think Pusha would probably try to finish him lyrically. But I don't think it's a battle that Jim Jones wanted to get into with Pusha T.
I mean, listen, bro.
Lyrically.
I
think Jim.
I think anybody can get at anybody.
I do think Jim. Let me say this. I do think Jim, with the inclusion of Dipset, and if I had to pick Dipsets in the clips, I'm gonna pick Dipset. And I think Jim Jones got probably more club banger records than more than a Pusha T. I will give Jim.
But that's exactly what Jim is saying.
Yeah, I agree.
How does Pusha get?
But he's not whack.
I never said he was whack.
Yeah.
But there are a lot. Bro? To me, it's like Jay Electronica. I don't get it.
He's nice too.
I don't get it. How does he become in the upper echelon of rappers? But like Jim said, bro, where are these joints that you had that put you on this level?
You know what happens though? There's boutique rap, right? And there's some
exactly.
There are people though that it might be to say in your craft. It might be a dope writer. At Cannes, he's there at Cannes every year. Niggas come out, they love him at Cannes, right? But he never had a big hit movie. But people know in that writing space now that
Let me ask you a question.
He's dope.
Is there one Pusha T song that you know word for word?
I know Clips records.
Is there one?
Yeah, I would tell
Pusha
you.
T.
I would tell you a couple of.
What song do you know word for word?
I don't know right now. I can't even tell you. Time out. That's not true though, because
you're not answering the question.
That don't rest his case because you can ask me a 50 Cent song, or you can ask me a 50 Cent song, Jay-Z song.
You're not.
I can't.
So there's not one Jay song you know word for word.
No, I can't tell you right now off my head.
You're lying.
No, that's word to my kid. No. But if a song come on, you know how a song start playing?
Okay, hold on.
And then you start repeating the words?
All right, it's not just us in the room. Is there a Jay song you know word for word? Is there a Jay song you know word for word, Zeno?
I could honestly say I'm the same way. I can't really recite the thing. I used to be a DJ, so.
Okay, Zeno's retarded. Suave.
See, look.
Is there a Jay song?
And when they don't agree with him, they retarded.
Is there a Pusha T song you know word for word, E?
Not off the top of my head.
Is there a Pusha T song you know word for word, Suave?
Probably one.
Okay, Suave, I hate you. But
I'm just saying, Pusha got some records. I don't know. And Pusha got verses that if I heard them, I'd probably sing along with them.
I don't know, because listen, I'd like to consider myself a hip hop purist.
I don't know about that, bro. You dislike everything. You can't be a
I don't.
And don't like
I don't
shit,
because,
bro. But that's another conversation for another day.
Take me to 96 and earlier, and I actually love everything. I just don't like the bullshit that came after that. You understand? And when I say bullshit, I don't mean that the music that came after was bullshit, but compared to what was 96 and before.
But a purist is somebody that be accepting all facets of the culture.
I am. I think Drake is nice.
And culture.
I think Kanye is nice. I think J. Cole is nice. You know what I mean? But there's certain, bruh, like, do I think Drake would would hold his own on a crew tape in 9-6? Definitely. Do I think J. Cole would? Definitely. I think Pusha would be average at best.
Definitely not. Definitely not. You see, everybody
don't
said
know.
nah here,
All right.
and that was across the
We can,
board.
all right, we can disagree. We
You know,
can
look,
disagree.
Everybody here, when you said Pusha, they said nah.
All right,
Yo,
we
the
can
thing is
disagree.
nice, bro. Go listen to bars, B. He got bars, bro.
It's like Griselda. Like,
Who?
Griselda.
I think they're average too.
I know, I like them niggas. Is
And
tough.
it's not that I don't like them. I think they're a breath of fresh air. Totally. But I
Nah,
think
them niggas
in
nice, bro.
on the 9-6 Clue tape, they'd be average at
Nah,
best,
they
bro.
won't be. They
Straight
won't.
up. I think
They
I think-
survive. They survive.
I didn't say they wouldn't survive. I said I think they'd be average.
Nah, Griselda definitely would survive.
So
on
you're
that
telling
nonsense.
me in the Queensbridge era, Prodigy at the height of his career, Nas, Jay, Mega, Nature, you think Griselda would hang?
over nature? Not
Nature?
over
Nature was dirty, bro.
Listen, bro. Come on, bro. Qua Mega, come on, bro.
Mega
Come on.
retired.
Stop.
I ain't gonna lie.
I
Mega
can name
rapped
a
like a
couple.
slow, nice nigga. But
I'm not
Mega
saying
was
niggas
nice
was
though.
nice.
Mega
I'm
was
just
nice
telling
though.
you. I'm not saying that they wasn't nice. I'm just saying it's a still these guys can hang with a couple of those guys.
I don't think
And
so.
Okay, cool.
I don't
man.
think so. I mean, that's just my opinion.
We're gonna agree to disagree on that.
But I do think Pusha would wax Jim. Like straight up.
Nah, definitely. So I was watching something interesting the other day. They were saying it's emotional labor. I never heard that term before. Dating black men. This girl saying it's too much emotional labor to date.
So
a black
tired
man.
of this black man, black woman thing, man.
It was just I don't know, bro. I never heard of that. So she was basically saying, men
It's
that
too much
need-
work.
It's too much work. They feel like people don't love them. They feel like the world against them. They feel like they don't have money.
This coming from the same people that say that we are the most.
Well, this is only one person that said this. Excuse me.
Okay, but this coming from a woman that I'm sure embraces the ideology that black men are the most unprotected on the face of this earth. You know, I feel like not all black women, some black women are steady trying to add more responsibility to the back of the black man while shedding themselves of the responsibility of being a woman in the relationship. You know, a relationship is a partnership, bruh. You make a decision to be with someone, okay? They may go through their stuff at times. Like women, black women seem, oh my God. They seem to only want men when they're on a high. You understand? But it's like as soon as that man is on a low end, bro, it's like.
This is what I would say to you, bro. When I heard it, I just felt like as a woman or a man, you're supposed to be there for your significant other.
Correct.
Right? Anybody who wants you when you on a high, they don't really want
They
you.
don't really want you.
They want the high.
They,
You know what I'm saying?
They love the idea of you, but
Yes.
it's not you.
If anybody who can't deal with you when you on your low, and everybody can't speak words of affirmation into you when you feel like the world is against you, and this is go for man or woman, when the world is against you and they look at you and say, yo, baby, you got this, or I got you, they don't really want you, bro.
And if you only want me when I'm out on a high, then that basically means I don't need you.
If any woman doesn't want you when you in your vulnerable state,
Yep.
they don't fuck with you, B. Any man that don't fuck with you in your vulnerable state, they don't want you. They want it because you were sexy. They want it because you had the nice body. They wanted the idea of you. They didn't want you on the inside. So when I saw that, I just felt like, you know, this is not a ride. And she said, yeah, they don't. Yeah, they want you to be a ride or die. She also said some men don't want to commit to you and stuff like that. And I go, that's problem with every kind of man. Not saying all men do it, but that's whether you black, white, Chinese.
Yeah, but where's the accountability? Where's the accountability? Because the same woman that says it's too much emotional labor to be with a black man is the same one that says a black man doesn't want commitment. Why would a man want to commit to a woman like you? You know, my problem is women always say that they're deserving of this type of man, but when you ask them what makes them deserving, they can't even they have no explanation. Because the truth is, they think that they are deserving just because you have a vagina, because you are female. That means I'm deserving. No, you're not. Because half of y'all, the things that y'all are asking for, y'all ain't even willing to give. Because the same woman that says it's too much emotional labor dealing with a black man because they don't feel loved and they're dealing with all of this BS from the world is the same one that I'm sure that when she's in a rough patch in her life wants that man to be there for her.
Definitely.
So How does that make sense?
Yo, like I said, if somebody don't deal with you,
That's what I hate about social
and
media.
your transparency,
Because
they
that's
don't
what I
want
hate
to
about social media, because that shit gives a voice to people that are just talking because they want to talk, man. Like,
But look,
serious.
man, I didn't mean to make you upset with that conversation, but let's go to something else I want to talk about real quick.
I want love.
Well, this is not, I don't know if this is a love thing. When, I had an experience, and I just wanted to know, what's the fastest time you ever came in? Like,
That's 2 minutes of her life.
I gave
listen,
2 minutes of hell
and
before.
I'm gonna be honest.
Hold up, time out. Hold up. Because I like that 2 minutes thing, because I've done gave 2 minutes of hell.
Nah,
And I asked some women, would you rather 2 minutes of hell or 20 minutes of bullshit?
Listen.
What you rather, ladies? Let
Any
me know.
woman
Put it in the comments.
that has dealt with me, for one, I can't come from head. It's impossible. Like, that's
Something wrong with you.
I just can't. Second of
I
all,
can.
Second of all,
I can.
second of all, I'd say 45% of the time, if we have sex at night, I can't come. This shit is weird.
At night?
Yes, it's weird, bruh. Like, I literally gotta wait till the next morning because that's the only time I can come. It's weird. Like, yo, it's weird,
This nigga
bruh.
like a vampire dick.
It's yo, son, this shit is weird. Like, I'm dead serious.
It's up all night and go to sleep in the daytime. Like,
Yeah, it's like we could, bro. We'll have sex for like hours at night, and then the next morning when I wake up, if we do it again, then
nigga
I
said
come.
hours at night. This nigga wake up with a chafed dick. I don't understand.
Son, this shit is weird. But there are those rare cases where I've given a woman the best 2 minutes of her life.
Yo, I've been so worked up at one point in time where I go in and I'm done. I've been there before, B.
Yo, so let me ask you a question. So what do you do when it's the first time you've had sex with this woman and that happens?
And that's when it happens. Like sometimes
That's the worst.
That's when it happens. Like you ever had that girl that you really want to get, and you finally, I make up some shit, nigga. I come back quick, so
I'll make up.
yeah, I make up something like, nah, man, I wasn't ready yet. Or I'll be like, oh shit.
But you
hold
gotta,
up.
Your artist got a song out called "She Ready," nigga. You talking about you ain't ready?
She ready. he wasn't ready. Listen, the nuts still feel
That should
good.
be the remix.
Hold up, the nuts still feel good either way though.
You know what's crazy? Yo, can I be honest with
That's
you?
what's it. Yeah.
That all right. I'm not saying I get more enjoyment from the sex than I do the nut. So it's like if I nut in 2 minutes, bro, I will be pissed off.
I won't.
Yeah, like
The nut is gonna be. You know what
as a matter of fact, a 2 minute nut, I'll probably fuck my nut up because I'll be trying to hold it in, and then you know how you try to hold it in, and then it's just like, yeah.
It's like no, you're right. I'm gonna tell you this. I hate the nut, I hate when the nut get messed up. Like when a girl, like if she giving you head and she kind of like stop to make it come out. No, pull it all out. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to stop. I hate also, to me, I hate getting head and a chick when it start coming and you ejaculate and it comes and shit and she kind of let it come back. I don't want to see it on me. Like you can either swallow it or hold it or spit it out when you finish. Like don't let it come. That shit just take everything out of me. I don't want you to stop and jerk it off. I don't want none of that. I want it full exposure. And if I'm inside, I want to just.
Is this too graphic for our young viewers?
I don't know. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I want it like that, bro.
What if she said to you, could you possibly rewind and come again? I don't care.
Okay. My comeback game is cool too, especially if I sleep for like 10 minutes. I'm good too. I'm excellent. If you give me a 10-minute snap, I'm good.
I have those rare cases where it happens and it's like it didn't even happen, bro. That ever happened to you?
Yes, but I have those real cases when it happened and it ain't
And
getting back up.
and it's
Don't you feel so weak? Like you can't control it to get back. Like you be
and
talking
then,
to
and
it,
then, and then you try to play it off like I'm gonna put it in, and you
and it don't react to nothing. Yo, I be so mad at the nigga. Like it got a mind of its own. Like yo, wake up, man. Like what are you doing? What are you doing? But I will tell you, know what the greatest revenge is though? Sometimes it doesn't happen, especially in my younger days. It didn't happen. You know the greatest revenge is when you don't perform well that first time, and she come back for a second
You're
time.
lucky if you get a second time.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you don't come, but you come back the second time and you bust that ass.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because
They-
sometimes, yeah, listen, you get that best 2 minutes and then you be hitting her and she be like, yeah, I'm busy. That's
Nah,
when
but
you young.
when you hit her back and get it, you get it back. You get that chance to get it back, and you put that devil on her. She like, oh shit, what happened?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It works out, so it happens.
God is great and he has blessed the man, so thank you, Lord.
Yeah, I just wish he made us be able to talk to our joint and get it back up. Wake up.
I don't want to have conversations with my penis, bro.
Hey, wake up. Yeah, I talk to mines, bro. I whisper, speak nothings to him.
Styles is the cock whisperer.
Nah, bro, that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. The fuck is wrong with you, bro? This guy's you out of your mind.
Pause.
Yeah, pause that. I already played pause. We got pause that, B. Pause that.
Man.
50 year hip hop anniversary.
50 years of hip hop.
One of the godfathers of hip hop. I'm not gonna get into it too much. I seen him going through some stuff with his daughters this past Father's Day weekend with Russell Simmons and his daughters and his ex-wife. They always look like they was always happy to me, and I don't know what's happening with that situation, but I hope as a family they could fix it, and they could come together and whatever's going on with them, just figure it out, bro.
And all I'm gonna say is, man, to the people on social media,
Mind your fucking business. I know they
mind
made
y'all
it. I know they made it y'all business, but you don't gotta comment on certain shit.
But who made it the business? A child. You understand?
Nah, the mother came out.
Yeah, I know, but still, it started with the child. You understand where I'm coming from? Like, yo, just let people deal with what they gotta deal with
and go
man.
through it.
And y'all ain't gotta comment on every fucking
Just pray for
thing,
them, bro.
man.
That's it, bro.
Like, come on, man. Stop being so happy at other people's misfortune. You know what I mean?
Pray
Like,
for them.
let people work their stuff out, man. Russell, we wish you the best, bro.
Definitely, you and your family. I seen something kind of egregious the other day too. To me, it was egregious anyway. I seen some young ladies in Philadelphia. We at this time where everybody's graduating, and doing their proms and stuff. So these young ladies, some people, I guess at the school, they said your family can't cheer for you, or yell your name out, or clap for you when you get in your diploma. If they do that, they won't hand you the diploma on stage.
Okay.
And you can't wave to your family.
Okay.
Just take your diploma and get off, which I thought was kind of robotic. I don't know how we don't celebrate somebody who would have achievement, right? Like, we celebrated award shows, we celebrated we celebrated everything. Like, how you don't celebrate, and it's wrong. It's like your daughter walking across stage and she put in 4 or 5 years of her life, and and they yell her name, and you're like, nah, you ain't getting your diploma.
I mean, I can understand. I can understand where you're coming from, but in the same breath, look, we're all adults, bro. You know what I mean? And rules are rules. And if these are rules that were presented before the ceremony, and this is what we're asking of our audience, and this is our establishment, then, bro, like, I don't get.
I highly disagree. So much that the school they changing their policy and they apologize.
Bro.
But because it's children, bro.
I understand.
It's children, bro. And you're graduating. You're celebrating, you're leaving the school. They got their diplomas afterwards, but that shouldn't be taken away from you because your mother wants to cheer for you. And your mother wants to cheer for you, your dad wants to cheer for you.
I can cheer for you when you get home. It's just not.
I don't agree, Mo.
To me,
some
to me,
bullshit
it's just
you
not
agree
that
with
serious.
that's just bugged out, bro.
Did you hear when I said I don't agree with it, but in the same breath, if it
Ain't
is
no breath for
if
that,
it is
bro.
their establishment, bro, they can.
It's
they
not
can,
their establishment.
They can
It's a
set whatever
community
the rules
establishment.
are.
A school is a community establishment, B. And if it's even it's worse if it's private, because that means we all gotta pay for our kids to come here. So it's not their establishment, bro.
So that's like saying if they state after 3 latenesses, your child can't come to class anymore, and now you're like, no, I think that's not, bro, if that's their rules, that's their rules.
Nah, that's not the rule.
That's all I'm
bro.
saying.
That's not cool, B.
I'm not
work
saying,
hard,
bro.
You work hard.
Did
your
you
family.
did you hear what I said? I never said it was cool. I just said that the rules are the rules. That's all.
Yo, bro, fuck all that. I don't know what Mo talking about. Mo just be agreeing to the bullshit sometimes. That shit is bullshit.
Bro, did you hear me begin the statement with I don't agree?
Listen, but you still giving some kudos, like, oh, but if that's their rules,
kudos?
if that's
I'm
their
just saying
rules,
that the rules
fuck
are the
rules,
rules.
bro. Get a young girl, the ladies, they the fucking diploma on stage. They bust their ass to get it. They bust their ass to be there. We should be able to celebrate our children, B. And that shit was just crazy. I don't agree to none of that shit.
Yeah, the girl that fought back though, she grabbed the mic.
Oh no, that's a different girl. That was I seen that today. So it was another school, I guess, where they showed like the white lady. I guess she couldn't pronounce the black kids' names, so she was kind of like not saying their names because she couldn't pronounce their whole names. And one of the students felt like, yo, nah, I worked too hard. You're gonna pronounce my name. Give me the mic. Like I'm gonna say my name. I worked too hard.
You interviewed her and she told you she felt that she worked too hard?
Oh, I saw it. She put up she did her own interview out after the incident.
Okay, so
I sent it to you.
okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. She got I do the research, bro. This guy right here, bro.
Congratulations, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, so yeah, she explained why she did that with the incident. So listen, man, I know our names are hard to pronounce, but if a kid has been going to your school for 4 or 5 years, and in my school, my real name Tariq. At that time,
I'm just gonna state what my mother always taught me, right? Which is a lot of times when people act a fool, don't disrespect them because it says more about you than it does about them. You understand what I mean? And I get it, emotional situation, 4 years of school. I get that. I just don't understand why we always think that disrespect means strength when a lot of times it doesn't.
I don't see it as disrespect. I think sometimes disrespect beget disrespect.
Because somebody can't pronounce your name.
Guess
you think
what,
that's
bro?
disrespect?
No, listen. I think it's disrespectful. If you're in an establishment, it's just like C-No, whatever his fuck his name. See, that's disrespectful, right? Disrespectful.
How's that disrespectful?
Because
If
we've
you
been knowing
don't-
this nigga for over a year. We didn't know his fucking name, bro.
What
These
Yo-
kids been going to the school for fucking 4 years. Then what does that say about the establishment again? You don't even know the students?
Bruh,
That's
There's-
crazy.
there's-
You don't never want to hold the niggas
there's-
accountable.
It has nothing to do with holding people.
Well, look, see, Mo always
Listen.
gonna hold the children accountable
No, it's-
instead of the adults in the fucking room.
Because that's what you're supposed. See, I grew up differently, bruh.
Yo, you didn't
I
grow up
grew
differently.
I grew up in a culture of respect.
That's disrespect.
That's how I grew
Yo,
up.
you grew up in a culture of disrespect then. You know why?
No.
Because in a culture of respect, respect is given and it's received. So when somebody teach you respect, they're not teaching you from a
Yo,
point
bruh,
of disrespect.
listen to me. If someone mispronounces my name,
Bro,
I don't see that as
it's not-
disrespectful. Mistakes
Yo,
happen. Shit
Yo,
happens.
Listen, when it's happening to 5 and 6 minority kids back to back, and the other kids are
Yo,
not
bruh,
getting that,
your name
it's
is
a problem.
Tariq, and I still call you Teriyaki.
Yes, but
because that's how your name is spelled to me.
But guess what though? If we were out right now, and you were celebrating me, you wanted to give me a reward, you wouldn't say that.
Yes, I
You-
would. If I was spelling out your
Oh,
name.
fuck this
I'd
nigga,
say-
B. He always like to be. Once
I'm
again,
not, bro. I'm not trying to be different. This is all I'm saying.
yo, Suave, y'all understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just giving you the other side of the perspective. My mother
Yo,
has
this nigga be
always
giving me
my
agita
mom's,
every
no,
fucking week,
my
B.
mom's has always taught me, bro, that sometimes when people act the fool, you don't need to act the fool with them.
Yo, this nigga,
That's all.
This nigga give me agita every day, B.
Oh my God.
Agita every day, man. I get it.
I'm just saying, listen,
he's
we
making
grew
my
up in
skin
a
itch.
culture
Can
of
we just finish
respect,
this?
and we know that these days, people don't, our young kids don't understand the culture of respect
You know
anymore.
something? You know what I could say to you? I'm gonna tell Mo, because this nigga's a piece of shit and a crock of shit. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if a nigga came in here and disrespect this nigga right now, he's slapping the shit
I
out of
don't
him
think
with
it-
disrespect.
Yo, if a dude came here and
Mo, stop!
and,
I'ma throw the shit
and
at you.
mispronounced my
And who
name,
put the shit up here
and
without the Brooklyn hat?
and
Why the
mis-
foot is, time
and-
out. Why's the foot up here without the Brooklyn hat? It's in the corner, bro.
Yo,
It's too late. This shit is crazy.
yo, E, if somebody mispronounced your name, you know,
Yo,
as
It
per-
depends on
perfect example, perfect example.
Mo smacking somebody
Hold on.
disrespect.
Rayon,
I can't wait.
Hold on. Perfect example. Rayon came here. I thought Rayon's name was Ryan. I called him Ryan.
That's
He-
fine.
he was
We
like,
talking
nah,
about
bro,
you can't equate. I'm talking about somebody that's been in somebody's presence for 4 years, B.
How have they been in the presence? You don't know if that woman was the dean, if she was the principal,
Yo,
the
bro.
guidance counselor. They don't deal with every
Let me ask
student.
you a question. Let me ask you a question.
It was a type of violation because what it was is that it's not the mispronouncing of the name. They wasn't letting them say their name. So
Okay.
They were, like taking the mic from them as they were saying.
Which I also understand because you have 450, 500 alumni to run through, bro. You don't got the time to let everybody correct their name. Because that turns a 2-hour ceremony into a 3.5-hour ceremony.
Let me tell you something. We watch every year. You know what's so fucked up? And this is what I don't be understanding this brother right here. Every year, just on 9/11, people come on every channel every news channel and they pronounce every person that died on that name. And there's some crazy names up there.
I've seen the mispronounced names.
Guess what? And I watched that report when they say people practice the names before they get there because they give them pre-names. They don't always say it off the screen because they practice it because the name is so hard, right? When you celebrating somebody,
Bro, this is graduation. You really think teachers
guess
are
what?
sitting
Guess what?
home for
When you're
hours practicing names?
Guess what? When you're celebrating somebody, and somebody is attendee is a high school, bro. Most of the time in my high school, everybody knew my motherfucking name. Everybody knew my motherfucking name. First, last name, and middle name. Everybody knew
Once
my name.
again,
And I'm pretty sure in your school,
kids,
everybody knew your name.
kids, choose your battles. Some battles
Whatever,
ain't
man.
worth it. That's all I'm saying.
Whatever, man.
I'm not saying. Look,
Like,
bro.
listen,
I never said no one's wrong. I never
can't
said
wait.
no one's
Yo,
right.
Mo, I like this righteous nigga because you know I'm always stopping you from doing stupid shit. So next time you want to choke, kick somebody, pop some, do it, whatever the fuck you want to do.
When was the last time this happened, Styles? You're talking about from years ago,
Okay,
bro.
I got you, bro.
Like-
brother, I got you, bro.
Oh my
brother,
God, this guy's
I got
crazy.
you. I got you, brother. Cause this nigga, he the king of telling nigga, yo, you know I slapped the shit out you, right? I got you, brother. I got you.
This guy's crazy.
Okay, I'm crazy. I just want to touch one more topic because I gotta go home. I gotta take a shower and get this itch off of me from this nigga gave me, man. Fucking nigga.
Whenever you don't agree with this guy, he gets angry.
Yo, fuck him, man. Anyway.
About Biden impeachment.
Oh, they say he was getting something about he got some impeachment shit. I don't know what's going on with Biden right now. We come back and talk about that bitch ass.
Biden's son's a crackhead.
Fuck him too. Right? Whatever. Listen, this is what I do want to say. Cause I saw something very interesting. Now I said I'm gonna leave it for the end of the show. We're just gonna leave it on this note. This week I was watching something on Instagram once again, and they had it's like how to catch a predator.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So they went into a Starbucks and they caught this predator dude at a table, and the predator was sitting there, and they asked him, "Yo, who you here for?" And he basically
He said Styles.
who's here? He said, this guy, this serious though, man. He said he was there for a 14-year-old boy, and basically he said,
Name Styles.
they say, "Yo, what was you gonna do with the 14-year-old boy?" Now, this is the part that caught me. And y'all probably gonna think I'm crazy from what I'm about to say. And it's cool. So he said, I wasn't gonna do nothing to him. I was only gonna do whatever he wanted me to do to him. Right? So basically, they was texting back and forth with, you know, he gonna touch him inappropriately, sex with him and all that, which is fucking crazy, right? He should be castrated, put to jail forever. That's my opinion. But after I was watching that, and they got to fix the algorithms on these phones, right? So I watched the whole thing on TikTok. I was like, this nigga's sick. You know what I mean? They follow him outside the store, all the shit, right? Another post came up.
Uh-huh.
And it was a post about transsexuals, right? And transsexual kids. I think we spoke about it before real briefly when they were saying in California they're gonna pass a law. I don't know if the kid was 7
I
years old.
think it was 7.
7 years old. If a kid decides that he's a female or she decides she's a male and the parent neglected, they can be, it's grounds for the state to come in. They can remove the child from the home, right? And then they was going further. They were saying about the laws. If a kid wants to do transitional things, take transition drugs. What's they call them? Testosterone, or, estrogen, and shit like that. Kid is allowed in certain.
Cut off.
I didn't go that far, but they said the kid was allowed to go to the doctor and take the necessary steps. I guess they got to do some counseling and stuff like that, and can start receiving at the age of 14 or something like that, 14 or 13, without parents' consent, to go get the steroids, the
transitional drugs,
the drugs, right? Without a parent consent, they could go to the doctor and just do this on their own. And I was sitting there, but it was funny because the two threads came back to back. So I'm saying to myself, I said, wait a minute.
You think that's coincidence?
I don't know. But what was crazy to me is how I received it. So one instance, we telling the man said, I'm gonna do whatever the 14-year-old boy wants me to do. So you lock him up because the 14-year-old going, yeah, I want to have sex with a 65-year-old man. And you lock him up and say he's a pedophile. But then If a 7-year-old tells you, I want to be a girl or I want to be a boy, there's an issue, right? You can get your kid taken away from you. Or if that 13-year-old or 14-year-old goes, yo, I'm going to the doctor, I'm going to get the psychology, see a therapist and whatever things they got to pass. Oh, I can start taking the drugs to help me transition over, right? At 14, 13, whatever the age was. And they can make that decision. But on the other hand, if you want to sleep with an older man or older woman, you can't make that decision. But I'm saying to myself, ain't these both two sexual things that's happening here?
Yeah.
And nobody see, like, it's sick. Like, I don't know. And I'm not telling you can't be what you want to be when you grow up. I'm just talking about children here. How we process it on one side. So and my mind is still going, no, listen, they might as well let R. Kelly out of jail then. If you letting the child.
Everything Styles talks about leads back to letting R. Kelly out of jail.
I ain't even playing with this shit.
I'm not playing.
Because this shit doesn't make any sense to me, bro. How on one hand, you can do something on one hand as a child
You
and
can
make a
consent.
decision, life-changing decision.
You have the right to consent on one hand.
And then the other hand, you can't do anything. So maybe somebody can explain that to me.
But this is why
You understand what I'm saying?
But this is why me and you, we constantly have this debate where I tell you I don't care what laws change. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And the question that you're asking right now speaks to exactly what I keep saying, which is the fact that just because the laws change doesn't mean that right becomes wrong and wrong becomes right. Like morality is morality. Black will always be black. White will always be white. Day will always be day. Night will always be night. Regardless if the laws change and say night is now day and day is now night. It doesn't change. The reality of the situation is, it is what it is. You get where I'm coming from? So you're speaking exactly to that, which is exactly that the laws are defining certain things, but reality states different.
Like I said, shit is just crazy, bro. And we just got to be careful with our kids. And I'm not talking about adults. We just got to be careful with our children and what people make us believe that children can make decisions on and what they can't make decisions on. If it's either they can make a decision on sexual things or they can't across the board, period. This was another episode of Brooklyn Boyz Radio. Please like, subscribe, and share, and tell a friend and tell a friend.